This is a brief tutorial for using Amtek software. To launch the program, you start out by clicking on the Amtek icon. From there, we're going to hit Connect. This is going to bring up a window that gives you a couple options for TxDOT, Houston, Austin, and plans. All of these will take you into the software. We're going to start with Houston. You can see the TxDOT, Austin, Houston, and plans menus options here on the left still. Currently, we're in the Houston current projects. At the top here, you have the current projects that are being solicited for bids, the bidders list that show who's bidding those projects, the apparent low bidders for projects that have already bid, and then bid tabulations for projects where they've released the bid tabs. Going into Houston area projects first, you're going to see a list of Houston projects sorted by bid date by default. From here, you can go through and double click on any of these to bring up more details about the project, which is going to give you additional information on pre-bid, date, time, location, bid, date, time, location, engineers' estimates if available, as well as the pay items, unit of measure, and quantities. You also have the ability to go under scan and do a text search if you know a keyword for a project that you're looking for. And what it will do is it will go over here and select that project. If there's more than one project, you see it'll select that as well. From here you can go to scan, remove unselected items to filter this list by only those jobs that contain the keyword you're looking for. This red arrow will take you back a screen. So we're going to go back to the Houston area projects. If we want to go through and select some projects that we're going to bid, you can select a few by either left clicking on your mouse, or you can select the project and hit the space bar to select the project. From here, we can do a couple different things on printing it. You can print the page at the job start, print the headers only. So with this checked, if we hit start, I'm going to print them to a PDF just to show you what it looks like. What it's going to give you is it's going to give you each job, all the details, and then it's going to give you, each job is going to have its own sheet. So if you need to hand this job info out to somebody, each job individually, it's a good way to do that. Had I put print headers only and did the same thing, it would have looked like this, where it just gave you the headers, not the pay items and data. And this option will give you this result. Similar to before, but now they're not on their own sheet. They're just separated by this line. But for most needs, being able to just print a job list of selected projects only is going to give you the list of jobs that you've selected. So let's say that we want to, let's clear all of these jobs. Let's select one project and let's put this out to Excel by creating a spreadsheet for manipulation into bid to win, or for whatever reason you need to get that detail out into Excel to manipulate it. You can leave this at flat format, but make sure Excel format is selected here. And to hit the start, it's going to bring you to the default Amtek folder where you can name this file. We're going to call this one Shenandoah. And when you hit open, it actually creates the file. So if you browse to that folder, which is under Documents, Amtek, you'll find the Shenandoah Excel file, which will give you the information, pay items, unit measures, and quantities. From here you can manipulate, double check all of the descriptions. Amtek does like to abbreviate quite a bit, and sometimes it can be significant abbreviation that affects cost, so you don't want to miss anything. The unit of measure and quantity, and from here we can put this in a proper format to import into bid to win if needed. So going back to Amtek, bidders list is just that. If you go to these projects, look up a particular project and open it up, it's going to show you, if it is a mandatory, these are going to be all the people bidding it. If it's just a voluntary pre-bid, these are only going to be the people that Amtek knows are holding plans, not necessarily everyone that's bidding it. Going back, the apparent low bidders, once the project bids, you can go in here, and if the engineer has released bid results, Amtek will give you the bid results, who the apparent low bidder was, the average bid, and the percent left on the table. Going back, the bid tabulations. If the bid tabulations were released, then you can go here, pull these up. Amtek usually only gives you the information on the 3 low bids, but it does include the original pay items, units of measure, quantities, and the bid prices for each line item for the low 3 bidders. So good tool for finding out what went wrong. Let's go over to TxDOT. TxDOT is going to be similar to the Houston listing, with one caveat that all TxDOT projects have estimates on them, but the list is the same, and if you click on these, it's going to bring up the information along with the pay items, unit measure, and quantities, just like the other. You would select list to create a list, dump them out to Excel the same exact way you did on the Houston projects. There are a couple other options that you can do with Amtek, but those are the primary tools for using this software package. So I hope this is helpful, and thank you.